But I think the one that's kind of stuck with me is a very simple one, which is I cook sometimes, and I'm excited about a recipe. And it has different methods, right? Like use a pressure cooker, or use an oven, or this and that. Uh, and I want to switch whether it's an ingredient or whether it's a method. And I would just, I would first give it a recipe, and then I would ask like, hey, what are good sides to go with it? And then I'm like, hey, I wanna like use my steam oven instead of like doing it on the stove. And the based on the ingredients and the recipe, it gives very specific instructions on how to use the steam oven for what ingredients when, right?
Hmm.
So that is, I think, where, because if I didn't have that, I would be like kind of make, I would copy the recipe with steam oven on Google and like find some derivative of that recipe that somebody has done created, and then I kind of make an assum- make an ass- you know make an assumption of like, okay, maybe I should do it this way, and then try it.
Cooking's a really interesting example. I also use it all the time when I cook, which is mostly on the weekends. And you can think about like, hey, if you'd been cooking for like 10 years and you cooked every day and you knew all the methods, you wouldn't need ChatGPT, right? But like based on like our limited experience, like it gives you a leg up incredibly quickly. But on the other hand, you still need to know a little bit. If you didn't know like how to use a knife to cut vegetables, or like where does the lid go on this pressure, if you were just like, I've never been in the kitchen, there's only so much you can do. But the degree to which it can take kind of like novices in an area like you and I in cooking, and just be like, I want to try this thing, but I'm not sure, and it's like boom, you're off to the races, like trying things. It really kind of just helps you level up so much faster in the things you're willing to try and experiment with.